Okay. it's better to look at the evil than to ignore it, Father.
And what if you enjoy the looking?
Alright, are we good? Can you guys hear me? Alright, I think we're good. Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. This is BigBeerFoundation.com. Back here with another stream, I should say. Welcome back to another reaction show. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, we do this every single week. We come here, we react to the games this weekend. We're also going to be doing something new this week. This is what we do every single 3 weeks. Well, not really. Let me go ahead and get started. So, what I was getting ready to say is, so we do the power rankings every single week. Well, not the power rankings, but we do the reaction shows every week. We do the grading report for this week, and we do the awards, and also today. And for every 3 weeks is going to be the power ranking. So this is going to be our very first power rankings episode. But how you guys doing? If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. And yeah, without further ado, let's get it going with my overall grades. But let me make sure I get this out of the Discord here before we actually start. Yeah, but I do appreciate everybody's support. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. And yeah, let's roll. Let's roll. So like I said, we have a lot of stuff to talk about in today's show. Definitely have a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff to get into for tonight's show. So, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with our awards, and we might as well just go ahead and get started here because this thing's probably gonna take us a while to get into. So, let me get into the main screen. Wait, did I already put this on Discord? I gotta make sure I put this on Discord. Did I put this on Discord? I did. Okay, cool. Alright. So now since we got that going, we can go ahead and move on to the next slate. Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright, without further ado, let's ride. Let's keep rolling. Okay, so apparently I don't have so yeah, apparently I don't have the thing or whatever. I'm talking about the waiver wire. I did win in fantasy this week, so that's a plus. Alright, without further ado, let's stop yally-gagging. Let's go ahead and get through this. So let's start with what we always start first, as it translates. Make sure the screen's alright. Alright, here we go. Alright, so first things first, like I said, what we always do is, hold on, I'm gonna bring my screen over here. Nope, I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna bring my screen over here to the right corner. That's where it always is during what we do streams like this. So okay, so like I said, we're gonna have the grading report. I have the report right here, SABCDF, and then over here we have the power rankings. I have to do the power rankings for the first 3 weeks, and then we'll do the power rankings again in the second 9 weeks. We'll get into the awards and all that stuff. So first we're gonna do the grading report and my overall reactions. Then we're gonna get into the awards, and then after that we'll do the power rankings. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in to this. Alright, so kicking off Thursday Night Football, we have the Jets at the Patriots, and I don't know how to talk about this, so I'm going to talk about the game first and basically what I saw, and then we'll get into each team's grade. Okay, that's the way how we're gonna roll it for now on. So taking a look at the New England Patriots, Jacoby Brissett, 12 for 18, 198, no touchdowns, no picks. By the way, I think the Patriots are starting to play like the Patriots that we all know and love. Like not really supposed to be good. If you just talk about this game in general, the Jets defense just kicked the shit out of this Patriots offense. Like they really couldn't get nothing going here. I mean, but I'll give some slight credit to their defense. I mean, they did have 2 sacks, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is just a terrible performance overall by New England. Like defense didn't really do nothing. Offense couldn't really get anything going. This is the old typical Patriots that we expected from the beginning of the season. Now I know they're 1-2, but hey, it's a bad loss for you, New England. It's pretty bad. Meanwhile, look at the Jets. The Jets they played pretty well in this game. 27-35 Aaron Rodgers, 281 and 2 touchdowns. Rushing game did struggle a little bit, but Breece Hall had the single rushing touchdown for them. And then receiving wise, Tyler Lockett actually led the team this time with 5 for 93. Al Lazard had the touchdown, and Garrett Wilson had another touchdown. But if you just look at the receiving games in general, I know it's not a lot of catches, but everybody's really getting involved here. And then their defense had 7 sacks, and yeah, the Jets defense was amazing this game. They like I said, they had 7 sacks and even forced a fumble at one point. So overall, I thought this was a pretty one-sided game, one-sided Jets game. I think the Jets just completely dominated this one. So my overall grade on this, I'm gonna give the Patriots. A F tier. I mean, that was kind of bad. I mean, defense did whatever they could, but at the end of the day, I just don't think it was enough. Or do we go C? I don't know. I'm thinking either C or D. I'm thinking either D or F. But I think I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I'm gonna go with F. The Patriots did perform really bad, so I'll go F. Jets though, as my phone falls here, but the Jets, I thought the Jets played a pretty good, compatible game. I thought they looked good on both sides of the ball. I won't give them S tier, because I've kind of expected them to throw in the 30s, but it was still an overall great performance. I'll put them in the A tier. It was really close to S tier, but I'll stick with it. I think the Jets do get an A tier performance on me this week. Alright, next up, we have my team. We have my Rams defeating the San Francisco 49ers, and thank God I got this pick wrong. So take a look at this game in general. Both teams actually had a pretty good performance in this one. San Francisco came out early and beat the shit out of us, and then the Rams responded. But take a look at Brock Purdy, 22 for 30, 292 yards and 3 touchdowns. I thought he was terrific. Jordan Mason, he got going in the first half, but the Rams defense did a good job of slowing him down in the second half. And in San Francisco's team, Jawan Jennings completely kicked the shit out of us, 11 for 175 yards and 3 touchdowns. Besides that, really nobody got going for San Francisco. And then just take a look at here. They have 3 sacks, and I'm pretty sure no, they just have 3 sacks. They didn't force any turnovers or fumbles, nothing. So pretty decent performance out of San Francisco. Meanwhile, looking at my Rams, Matthew Stafford was terrific. 16 for 25, 221 the touchdown. I thought he played well. Calvin Williams basically carried the entire offense. But I would like to give credit to Tutu Atwell. I thought he played really well. He even had that throw that was remarkable. But he was 4 for 93. I thought he had a big night. I think everybody stepped out. Kyron scored the only touchdowns for my guys, but overall it was a pretty good game. I love what I saw in my Rams. Defense, we only got 1 sack, which is pretty low, but we did force 2 fumbles, which was pretty awesome. So that's a good thing to see offensively. But overall, this game was really fun. I saw some really good things in this game. Both teams actually, I think both teams at least deserve a B tier on this one. This game was just really fun. I thought both teams played almost like San Francisco came out early. LA came responding at the end. I would give both teams B tier, but I thought both teams really played well. There is some things that these two teams could have cleaned up during this game, but overall, not a bad performance. I'll give both teams a B on that one. Well, that's definitely a well played game from both of these two squads. All right, next up we got the Giants defeating the Browns, and I don't know what Cleveland's up to, but whatever they are up to, they definitely have to figure it out because they are definitely wasting time. So maybe I'll look at Daniel Jones. He actually played really well. 24 for 34, 236 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Devin Singletary had the single rushing touchdown. Besides that, there's really nothing to look at. Receiving, Malik Neighbors. I mean, my goodness. He had a great performance. 8 for 78 and 2 touchdowns. Daniel Robinson had 7 for 61. Devin Singletary had the fumble. I mean, Cleveland's defense did force a lot of fumbles. But overall, the Giants defense, 8 sacks. Shit, 8 sacks. God damn, man. Deshaun Watson was consistently going on the ground with that defense. Moving on, looking at Cleveland here, Deshaun Watson, 21 for 37, 196 yards and 2 touchdowns. Besides that, I don't really see anything going for the rushing game, but I will say receiving, Amari Cooper definitely had his best performance of the season, 9 for 86 and 2 touchdowns there. Besides that, nobody really else got going. They did force 2 fumbles, but besides that, the defense, I don't think the defense really did that much. Like, if you just take a look at the defense here, defense got 2 sacks. They did force 3 fumbles, so I'll give them a little bit of credit on that. But at the end of the day, I thought the Giants defense was really, really, really good in this game, and maybe they can keep up with Dallas. If they perform like that against Dallas, they might be able to keep up with them. I mean, let's be honest. They might be able to keep up with them. But at the end of the day, good win for the Giants here. And for Browns, you guys have a lot to think about here. So we'll see what happens. Overall, Giants, not the best, not the worst performance. I'll give you guys a B because I saw more production out of your offense. And your defense was remarkable in this game. Cleveland, I'll give you guys a D. I was going to give you guys an F, but nah, I'm not going to be that harsh on you guys. I mean, your defense did play well. But your offense is continuing. I mean, your offense played well. Actually, it's an overall game. It's just, you guys were just a little bit slow. So yeah, but I do think the Browns definitely get a D tier performance. I will say that comfortably. All right, next up we got the Packers beating the Titans, and I think this one will be pretty simple because basically what we saw here was the Packers beating the shit out of the Titans. Malik Willis actually got his revenge game, 13 for 19, 202 yards and 1 touchdown. I thought he was fine. He also had a rushing touchdown, that was great. That was great to see. Receiving game looks like everybody got involved. Everybody got a good amount of catches, and everybody got a good amount of yards. And their defense beat the shit out of Tennessee. 8 sacks. I'm pretty sure they picked them off 2 times. I mean, this was just a complete dominating performance here by Green Bay. We were looking at Tennessee. I mean, they just kind of struggled here. Will Levis, 16 for 34, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, and also 2 picks. Rushing game, nothing going on there. Receiving game, I mean, everybody did get active, but DeAndre Hopkins actually led the team with 1 touchdown. He was the really only one that got going in Tennessee's offense here. And if you look at their defense, they have 3 sacks. Did they pick them off once? No, just 3 sacks, and that's about it. But overall, this was a Green Bay gets nest here. I mean, that was a complete masterclass of a performance that we saw there from Green Bay. Love how they attacked, and they definitely went after Tennessee early. Tennessee, not bad, but also that was kind of brutal. Your defense did kind of get their ass beat. But I'm going F tier. I have to give you guys an F tier. I mean, you guys did look pretty bad. Let's be honest. Offensively, you guys had some rough moments. Defensively, you got your asses kicked. So, what's up, T-Wiz? Welcome in. How we doing? Welcome in. Like I said, if you guys have a rating, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate it. When we get to the awards part of the video, that's when I'm going to need majority of your guys' help in the comments. So, make sure you guys stay tuned for that. All right, next up we got the Bears here losing to the Colts, and yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but the Colts ended up winning. But here's the thing: before I even go to this, I said the Colts play better at home than they do on the road. Maybe because I didn't say that is probably because I made a consequence by going with the Indianapolis Colts. But yeah, who knows? Caleb Williams, 33 for 52, 363 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Didn't really get to see anything going on in the rushing game. DeAndre Swift, I thought he was going to have a big night, but he really did not. Receiving wise, Rome actually led the team with 6 for 112 and touchdown. Cole Kmet, 10 receptions for 97 yards and a touchdown. DJ Moore, 8 for 78 yards. And then if you look at the defense here for Chicago, really kind of disappointed me. I thought Chicago's defense was actually going to be more impactful than what it was, but they only had 1 sack. I mean, yes, they do get 2 interceptions, but they only got 1 sack though, which kind of surprises me. I thought they were going to sack Anthony Richardson a lot more. Meanwhile, for the Colts, Anthony Richardson only 10 for 20, only 167 yards and 2 touchdowns. He did not have a good performance in this one. Jonathan Taylor, however, had a good performance, 23 for 110 and 2 touchdowns, and Sturman also had a touchdown here. And then receiving, really nobody really got going here. I'm surprised Michael Pittman Jr. only had 4 for 36. I thought he was going to be a little bit more targeted. And then also Josh Downs, I'm kind of surprised by him too. And then the defense had 4 sacks, picked off 2 times. I mean, the defense played really well for the Colts. I'll be honest, the defense played well. It's just the offense. It's just the offense, both these 2 teams that just couldn't really get nothing going. Overall, not bad. I think not bad. I think there's a couple things that they really need to look at here. But Colts, I would give you guys a C at best. And then we'll go Bears. I'm going to give the Bears a D. Just because I kind of expected more out of the Bears in this game than the Colts. But the Colts actually played all right. Bears offense looked terrible, and their defense only got 1 sack. So, it wasn't the worst performance out of the Bears. But it was definitely a performance that was pretty bad for the most part. So, you guys get a D from me there. Alright, let's see who's up next. Next up, we got this one's going to be short, so this one's going to be plain and simple. Next up, we have the Vikings absolutely beating the living shit out of the Houston Texans. Guys, what did I say going into this week? I said, this game is in the bank. That's all you need to know, and that's why the Vikings are winning. I told you, the bank, it plays its factor, man. The bank is something else. Look at this game. I don't think there's really anything to talk about for the Houston Texans at all. I mean, CJ 20 for 31, 215 yards, a touchdown, but he did throw 2 picks. Rushing game was horrible. Receiving game was pretty bad overall. Nobody really got a touchdown except for Cam Akers. And then defense got 4 sacks, but it doesn't matter because they got their ass killed in this game in the passing game. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, Sam Darnold continues to be Superman at 17 for 28, 121, and 4 touchdowns. God damn, he lit up this Texan defense. Aaron Jones actually had a pretty good night too. 19 for 102. Receiving wise, Justin Jefferson did his things. 6 for 81, a touchdown. Aaron Jones had a touchdown. Naylor had a touchdown. Like Sam Darnold's really getting these guys in full. Really getting. He's doing a good job of getting everybody impactful in the game. And if you look at here, defense for 5 sacks, 2 interceptions, and this was a complete masterclass here by the Minnesota Vikings. So. I think this one gets pretty simple, right? I think the Vikings easily get an S tier, and the Texans get an F tier, because that's just basically what that was. I mean, it was just a plain and simple ass whooping. That's basically just what that was. All right, next up we have the Eagles beating the Saints here, and I'm gonna call it a defensive showcase, because we didn't really get to see either one of these two. I'll mark my words. I am surprised we didn't get to see both of these two teams really do good offensively. I will say that for sure. I definitely did expect more offensive game from these two, but Jalen Hurts 29 for 38, 311 yards and 1 interception. Saquon Barkley 17 for 147 and 2 touchdowns. He was great. Dallas Goedert stepped out 10 for 170. Devontae Smith, even though he got injured, I am concerned about him, but he had 7 for 79. Defense only had 1 sack, but they did pick out Derek Carr once and basically kind of slowed down this New Orleans hyper pathetic offense. So we'll see if Eagles defense can maybe be a good defensive team starting here, because this is definitely a good start for them. Meanwhile, looking at Derek Carr, 14 for 25, 142, touchdown to pick. Alvin Kamara, 26 for 87 yards. Receiving game, Chris Olave led the team with 6 and 86 and a touchdown. I don't know. It just looks like both defenses play well. Both opposites I kind of expect a little bit more out of. But at the end of the day, it's okay. I mean, it's all right. I mean, both these two teams had decent performances. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't the greatest thing ever. But I'm gonna give both teams C tiers. Both of these two teams' defenses are really drawing the charge here. Both defenses play their ass off. But, yeah, I think C tier is very appropriate for these guys. Just because we didn't get to see too much of these other teams offensively, though. That's the only reason I got. Alright, next up we have the Steelers beating the Chargers. And I'm glad I picked the Steelers in this one. Is because the Steelers defense... I told you, man, the Steelers defense is legit, dude. Maybe looking at Justin Herbert, 12 for 18, 125 in the touchdown. But I think he did get a little bit injured during this game. J.K. Dobbins actually did. I mean, I'm not gonna say actually because Pittsburgh's defense, but he only had 15 for 44. Receiving, really nobody got going, but looks like everybody was involved a little bit. And then their defense got 2 sacks, and that was just the end of the day for the Chargers. Meanwhile, looking at Justin Fields, 25 for 32, 245 yards, a touchdown to pick, not bad. Najee Harris, 18 for 70, okay. And then they're looking at the receiving game, looks like everybody got involved. Great to see that. Even running backs out here getting involved in the wide receiver game, so that's pretty cool. I thought everybody had a pretty good, decent night. Besides Calvin Austin getting the touchdown. And then defensively, it's just one key pointing here. I mean, Pittsburgh's defense is absolutely insane. They have five sacks and a pick. I mean, what else do you want to see from this Pittsburgh defense? What do you want to watch from this Pittsburgh defense? And actually, I will say this for Pittsburgh. This was probably the best offensive game I've seen from you guys this year. I actually saw something out of your offense. So with that and your great defensive performance, I'm going to put you guys in the B tier. It wasn't the A tier. It was close, but I'll give you guys a B. Chargers, though, not the worst performance, not the best performance. I think they definitely could have done a lot of things better. Defense did not play that bad, but you guys only scored 10 points. So I'm not going to give a lot of credit to your offense, but your defense does get a little bit of a stand for me. I'm gonna give them a C. I'm gonna give them a C because I was still impressed with them defensively. I thought they really did some great things defensively, holding the Steelers to the realm, but their offense basically kind of holding them down. But overall, not a bad performance by the Chargers. I know only 10 points. You might be thinking that's a bad performance, but I don't think the Chargers performed that bad at all. I mean, they were basically in it until the Steelers scored a 5-0 run there. So overall, not a bad game. Alright, next up we got the Broncos beating the shit out of the Buccaneers at home, and from Tampa Bay, this is absolutely embarrassing. But you lost to a Bo Nix offense. Bo Nix with 25 for 36, 216 yards. He didn't throw a touchdown or a pick, but goddamn. Rushing, Tyler 9 for 70. Bo Nix actually had a rushing touchdown, and then Jaleel McLaughlin also had a rushing touchdown. Receiving, this is probably the best performance I've ever seen from the Denver Broncos here offensively. It's because it looks like everybody just got going, and Courtland Sutton actually did really well in this game as well. Defense had 7 sacks. Good gravy. They had 7 sacks, and I'm pretty sure they picked off Baker once. They did. Good gravy. This was definitely a massive class performance here out of the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, I mean, this was just kind of unexpected for them. Baker Mayfield did not bake in this game, if you guys know what I mean. 25 for 33, only 163, only a touchdown. He did throw a pick. Bucky Irving's 9 for 70. Rasheed Wright actually struggled, only 6 for 17. Tampa Bay's receiving, Chris Godwin only had the receiving touchdown. Thank you for my fantasy team. Chris Godwin 7 for 47. Rasheed White 5 for 18. And then besides that, Tampa Bay's defense didn't even get a sack or a pick. And I don't think they forced a fumble, but besides that, that's just about it. So overall, I think Buccaneers got to get an F2, right? I mean, that was pretty bad. I mean, you lost to a Bo Nix-led offense. Denver, definitely, I don't think, I'll give you guys an A. I was thinking about an S tier, but I need to see more. The only problem I have with Denver is their receiving game. Because, like, nobody had a receiving touchdown, which I do think that does take a little bit point. And plus, Bo Nix did not throw a touchdown. So I'm gonna take that point off, but overall, that was a pretty good damn performance there, Denver. Okay, I'll give you guys an A. I think you guys are definitely deserving of an A though. All right, next up we got the Panthers, kind of being the shit out of Vegas, man. If we talk about Vegas, they're the most confusing team on planet Earth because they'll go out there and beat the Ravens, but can't even beat the Panthers. So look at Andy Dalton. I guess he was just a problem for Carolina. 26 for 37, 319 yards and 3 touchdowns. Sorry, Bryce Young, but I think your starting spot is done. Colbert Herbert, 21 for 144. He had a good night. Dante Johnson, 8 for 22 in the touchdown. Cuba, I think that's how you pronounce it, 5 for 55 in the touchdown. Adam Thielen got going in the touchdown, even though he did get injured. And then their defense forced 3 sacks. I'm pretty sure a pick as well. I mean, here's the thing about Carolina. Carolina actually has an underrated defense. I mean, let's be honest. Carolina's defense is actually pretty underrated. So when they play Cincinnati next week, that's going to be a question that worth asking. Meanwhile, for Gardner Minshew, definitely not a good performance. Not a great performance. 18 for 28, only 214, a touchdown to pick. Rasheed Wright continues to struggle. Receiving game, Devontae Adams only 4 for 40. I expected more from him. Jacoby Myers 7 for 62. Trey Tucker led the team receiving for 7 for 76, and him and Jacoby Myers both got touchdowns. And then the Raiders defense only had 2 sacks. And besides that, I think that because the Raiders defense just got their ass kicked in this one. So overall, I'm not going to say this is the worst performance because we saw a lot of good things from the Raiders offense in this one, but to the very end, I'm going to give the Raiders a D tier still because I was still very disappointed about the overall performance. Panthers, though, I'll give you guys an A tier. Defense did kind of slow down there at the end, but overall, that was a pretty dominating performance there by Carolina. Their offense showed up. Andy Dalton showed up. The offense showed up. Defense showed up. But yeah, I think the Panthers are well deserving of an A tier. You can even argue an S tier because they basically did anything they really wanted to in this game. Besides, their defense let up points to Raiders at times, so I'll give it a small deduction of that. But overall, pretty good damn performance there, Carolina. All right, next up we got the Seahawks here. Dolphins not really competitive here against the Seahawks. Skylar Thompson. Only 13 for 19 here, 107, no touchdowns or no picks. I guess he did kind of struggle, but we don't know. Stephon Achane only 11 for 30 this time. Receiving, Tyreek Hill only had 3 receptions for 40 yards. Achane only had 3 receptions for 28 yards. Waddle only had 4 for 26. I know Achane kind of struggled through the ground too. I mean, damn. What did their defense do? Did they get any sacks? I mean, they had 3 sacks and forced 2 picks. But besides that, which I'll give them small credit for, But besides that, what else did we see? We saw absolutely nothing for the Dolphins offense. And their defense, like I said, they have 3 sacks and 2 interceptions. So I'll give them credit for that. But overall, this is just really bad performance here by the Dolphins. Looking at Geno Smith, 26 for 34, 289 yards, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. Not the best. Zach, 18 for 91 and 2 touchdowns. Negative for my fantasy team. DK Metcalf had 4 for 104 and a touchdown. Really great stuff that we're seeing from DK Metcalf early on in the season. Tyler Lockett, 5 for 46. Noah Fant, 6 for 60. And then their defense had 6 sacks, and I'm pretty sure they picked them up. They didn't pick them up, but they had 6 sacks, which was actually pretty impressive. So overall, I think Seattle. I'm gonna give Seattle a B tier. Saw a lot of great things. Offensively, defensively. Love the way how they got to them. Defense absolutely dominated. But they did. Their defense definitely gets the majority of the credit. Geno kind of worries me a little bit because he did throw 2 interceptions in this game, but overall, that was a pretty good damn performance there. I mean, it wasn't the best performance, but it was a solid performance out of Seattle. They get a B. Dolphins, though, I'm going to throw you guys in the D tier, and the only reason why you're getting a D is because, like I said, I'm getting a small credit to your defense. If your defense didn't perform the way it did, I'll be honest with you guys. You guys are getting an F tier. But overall, small credit to the defense. That's why you guys are getting a D tier. Alright, next up we got the Ravens surviving, I should say, over the Dallas Cowboys. Lamar Jackson's 12 for 15. Wow, he only threw 15 passes. Only for 182 yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry, 25 for 151 and 2 touchdowns. He looked good. Lamar Jackson, 14 for 87 and a touchdown. Like, here's the thing about Baltimore. They have a lot of good running backs. You can even count Lamar Jackson as a running back. Nelson Aguilar, 101 reception for 56 yards. That was a big play. Rashawn Bateman, 3 for 28. But this is a slight concern for Baltimore here in the receiving game because they got to have more receivers. And Zay Flowers actually kind of struggling. He only had 3 for 20. And how about Mark Andrews? He has 0-0. That's definitely a huge concern for fantasy managers that have him. Anyway, Baltimore's defense got 3 sacks. I'm pretty sure you picked up Dak. No, you did not. He had 2 sacks and he forced 2 fumbles. So not a bad day from Baltimore's defense until the very end. But besides that, not a bad day. Dak Prescott. Take a look at Dallas here. Dak Prescott, 28 for 51, 379 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not bad, but all that came late. Rushing game was pretty lousy, and then receiving game, CeeDee Lamb only had 4 for 67. I am surprised about that. Devontae Turpin and Jalen Tolbert only had the 2 touchdowns for Dallas, and Jake Ferguson led the team for 6 for 97. Dallas defense did not force a double fumble, did not get a sack on Lamar Jackson all day, and this was a actually pretty bad performance. But if you look, you might think this is a good game, but just look at it. Dallas scored 19 points. Dallas only had 6 points before the 4th quarter. So overall, I think Dallas gets a D, man. If they didn't make that comeback, they definitely get an F. But I'm gonna throw them in the D tier, just because they were basically lousy all game long. Baltimore, though, they do have to clean up. I am probably going to give... overall, I think Baltimore performed at an A tier level, especially how they controlled this game from start to finish for basically until the end of the 4th quarter. But they got to do a better job of holding their own. You know what I mean? They got to do a better job of protecting these leads, because that's going to be something crucial for Baltimore, especially next week when they play against Buffalo. And I'll talk about that more on Thursday about my analytics video about Week 4. But they got to do a better job of holding their own, holding the football, and protecting the lead. That's what Baltimore is going to do. I think they're a good team. They just got to keep working. That's just something that they need to work on. We may not come on, man. What are we talking about here? All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next game. I'll show it to you one more time, and I'll make sure you guys I'll make sure you if you guys want to change something, we can change something. I just want to get through this first. All right, next up we got the Lions beating the Cardinals, and just not the performance that I was exactly What do you mean Baltimore? What do you mean Dallas did better than the D? They got their asses kicked the whole night except for everything in the fourth quarter. I mean that's not really convincing. Sure, they put up offensive production, but we didn't get to see any of that until late in the fourth quarter. So overall, I thought Dallas get a D. That was pretty bad. Moving on. So anyway, talking about this game real quick, which I'll change anything if I have to there, but. Lions here, Jared Goff with 18 for 23, 199, 2 touchdowns and 2 in a pick. Dave Montgomery actually had a pretty productive night, 23 for 105 in a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 16 for 83. Amar St. Brown, not a bad night, 7 for 75 in a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs also had the receiving touchdown. And Sam Laporte, 2 for 36, but he got injured, so I'm kind of concerned about him. Defense got 1 sack and also forced Kyler Murray to throw his first interception of the season, I believe. So, not a bad performance from the Lions. Kyler Murray, 21 for 34, 207 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Kyler Murray here, also on the ground, 5 for 45. I think that's the lowest I think we ever seen out of Kyler Murray. James Conner actually kind of struggled through the ground, only 9 for 17. Marvin Harrison Jr. led the team in receiving for 5 for 64 and the only receiving touchdown. Terry McBride, he did struggle in this one. I kind of expected... more production out of Terry McBride, but it's whatever. Defense got 2 sacks, forced a pick. I mean, Arizona's defense did not perform bad at all in this game. I mean, listen, they did not perform bad, but it's just the fact that they just couldn't get over the hump every single time. But this is also a really good. This is also a pretty good stat here for both of these two team defenses. I thought both of these two team defenses played really well. I think the Lions get a B tier for me this week. It was another solid week, another solid day at the office. Offense looked alright, defense looked alright. Cardinals though, I don't think you guys really had that bad of a performance either. I'm gonna put the Cardinals in the C tier. Not a bad performance either. But the Cardinals, man, their defense both these two defenses made a stand. Both these two offenses, we saw some good things from their offenses. I just like Detroit's offense production a little bit more than Arizona's. That's why I'm giving Detroit the slight edge here over Arizona. But you can make an argument that both of these two teams could be in the same tier. But overall, I mean, both these two teams kind of played the same fashion. So overall, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad of the game. Alright, next up here we got the Chiefs beating the Falcons, or I should say the Chiefs escaping the Falcons again, because that's basically what we just saw. Patrick Mahomes, 26 for 39, 217 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Carlson stepped up, and Rashee Rice is a spot, and I thought he did pretty well, 17 for 72. Well, he didn't do well, but he made an impact. Rashee Rice... Patrick Mahomes rushing only 6 for 19, nothing really going there. Rashee Rice was a man amongst boys in the receiving game, 12 for 110 and touchdown. I really like that man a lot. Travis Kelce only 4 for 30. He needs to get going a little bit, and he has yet to score this year, so that's kind of concerning there. Juju Smith-Schuster, I thought he played well. I think he probably would be the star in the role award. I think he definitely made a big impact. 12 for 117 a touchdown. And overall, we had. Let's see, overall, Kansas City, 2 sacks, forced a pick. I mean, not a bad day at the office for Kansas City, let's be honest. Kirk Cousins here in the unfortunate loss here for Atlanta. 20 for 29, 230 yards, a touchdown to pick. Aguilar, 7 for 32. Bijan Robinson actually kind of struggled, but he did score a touchdown. Receiving wise, everybody got involved really well, especially these two. These two got involved. I am surprised Kyle Pitts only got 2 targets. I mean, I'm kind of surprised by that. And Bryce Robinson Jr., you can say the same thing about him. Defense had no sacks, but they did pick off Mahomes once, and they definitely held their own. They did the best they could with Patrick Mahomes. Overall, not the best performance here out of both teams. Definitely not the worst. Overall, KC, I love what I saw of them defensively. Offensively, they found their way. I'll give them a B tier. I'm not going to give them an A tier because I don't think they did enough offensively for me to get an A tier, but I think it was a pretty solid night. Atlanta, not a bad offense. I would think you guys get a C tier as well. Not a bad way to go out offensively and defensively. I think you guys really tried to stay in your mix, and I think you guys did a really good job of forcing the Kansas City Chiefs, putting a lot of pressure on them. But I don't like your offense's decision making at the end of that game, man. That's kind of questionable. I don't think I don't think you guys really did enough to get over the hump, and that's unfortunate because I was rooting for you guys. I was rooting for my pick to get wrong there, but overall, there you go. There's a grade for that game. Next game here we have Monday Night Football. We have the Bills kicking the shit out of the Jags, and I think this one's gonna be pretty obvious because we really I'm not even gonna look at the Jags. I mean, I'll take a Trevor Lawrence struggling here, 21 for 38, 178 touchdown to pick. But besides that, I mean, there's just really nothing to look at here for the Jags. Travis Etienne only 11 for 68. Christian Kirk led the team receiving for Bryson Robinson Jr. didn't even get going. I mean, this was just a complete shit show here from the shit show here from Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, look at the Bills. Josh Allen, he could be the MVP candidate. I don't know, but he's having an MVP season so far. 23 for 30, 263 yards and 4 touchdowns. The man was just on a mission. He also pretty good offensively. James Cook. I mean, rushing game was pretty lousy for the Bills, but the receiving game definitely does not. Shakir, Dalton Kincaid, John Johnson, and Keon Coleman all scored touchdowns, and James Cook had 4 for 48. That's a pretty good day in the receiving game. Also, defense had 5 sacks and forced a pick, and that's all I know. The Bills' defense was absolutely on Jacksonville's ass in this game. So I think this grading report is pretty simple. Buffalo gets an S, and Jacksonville gets an F because what the hell was that? Here's the thing about Jacksonville. Like, even though they're 0-3, they have enough talent still to be competing with these teams, and I'm surprised they're not doing it. All right, then enough. This game we have Monday Night Football. We have the Commanders beating the Bengals in an absolute shootout here. This is the game I expected the Cardinals versus Lions game to be. So look at Jane Daniels. He was a man on a mission too. 21 for 33, 254 yards and 2 touchdowns. He may get the superstar of the week. I don't know. We'll see. Because he played his ass off. If not, he's definitely getting an honorable mention. 12 for 39 touchdown on the rushing game. Austin Eckler was fantastic too. I thought he made some big plays. 3 for 39 touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. kind of struggling this one. Also, Terry McLaurin, this is probably the most productive game I think we ever seen from Terry McLaurin this year. 4 for 100 and a touchdown. He was terrific. He really stepped up when his team needed it. McCaffrey, love what I saw out of him too. I thought he made a big impact as well. And then Commanders defense, they only had 2 sacks, but I think the Commanders defense, they kind of get whooped a little bit, but I loved how they held their own ground in the fourth quarter. We were looking at Joe Burrow, not a bad night. Actually, Joe Burrow actually had a pretty good performance. 29 for 38, 224 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, I thought he was terrific. 6 for 118 and touchdown. Ende, also, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. He also had 5 for 22 and a touchdown. Chase Brown, 7 for 62. Zach Moss kind of struggled, but he did have the touchdown. And the Bengals defense got absolutely whooped on the receiving game. We're talking about against the pass. Bengals defense got their ass whooped. Same thing with Washington. They got their ass whooped, but both teams against the run was at least solid. But overall, I thought both of these two teams actually played really well. I thought both teams really played well here, deserved the win. I'm really tempted to get the Commanders in S tier. I'm really convinced, but their defense did kind of hold me back a little bit. So actually, both of these two teams get A. Both of these two teams are getting A's. I thought both teams played well. Both teams gave us a show to watch. But sure, the only part the production is their defenses. Their defenses got their ass whooped. But overall, I thought this was a fantastic game, and both of these teams gave something to watch. Okay, so there is that. Do we have anything else that we want to move here? I think the F tier is pretty good. D tier, I mean, I could move Dallas to C tier. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move South. Actually, nah. I mean, they performed like shit the entire game, but the way how they came back... Actually, yeah, I'll give them a C tier. I'll bump Dallas to C. Good point. I'll move them to... I'll move them to C. Why not? We'll move them. So I'll give Dallas a C. Besides that, I think we're good with everything else. I think we're good with that. And yeah, that is part 1. Alright, next thing we need to do is we need to get into the awards. So let's go ahead and do that now. Like I said, we have to go through the star and the roll, the master lock of the night, all of that stuff will be coming out. Like I said, this week's picks. The picks will be coming out tomorrow. So let me erase all of this, and then we'll get started with the awards. So let's talk about the superstar of the week. So as I'm doing this, think about who do you guys think deserves the superstar of the week for all of these categories. We have quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, defensive player, and then we have a lot of honorable mentions to get into. So let me get through all of this, and then we'll do that. The star and the roll. And we have the master locking, which we will get into momentarily. Okay, so let's start here. The superstar of the week goes to the player who goes to the player who absolutely deserves this award. Superstar who's just man amongst boys. So, chat, who do we think was the superstar of the week of the quarterback position? Who do you think was the superstar of the week? I already got mine. I already got my superstar of the week. I'm gonna tell you guys mine, and then you guys can change your decision if you want to. But my superstar of the week for quarterbacks is Josh Allen. Josh Allen, the Bills. He was man amongst boys. He was going at it. Absolutely put up one of the best performances I think we ever seen from Josh Allen. I mean that was great. That was a great individual performance from Josh Allen. Love what we saw from him. He killed it this week. Josh Allen getting the superstar of the week for quarterbacks. That was awesome. Running backs. My superstar of the week for running backs is Kyren Williams out of my Rams. Kyren Williams of the Rams gets the superstar of the week for running backs. I thought he was terrific. I thought he did a lot of things well. Like I said, chat, I'm gonna need your help on this. So you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let it know in the comments below. I'll give an honorable mention for superstar. So go ahead and give me guys your comments. Wide receiver, you could go a lot of ways with this for superstar of the week. You could go with that you can go out there and see who's your superstar of the week. But I'm going to give it to this guy right here. I think this guy really deserves it. I thought he did really well. I'm giving it to Jauan Jennings for the 49ers. I'm going to give it to Jauan Jennings. I'm going to give it to Jauan Jennings of the 49ers. I thought he gets the superstar of the week for the wide receivers. This man was terrific. Like I said, he completely kicked our ass in this game, and we still won. But Jauan Jennings, he was on a mission. And he was absolutely fantastic during this week. He gets the superstar of the week, my opinion, for the wide receivers. Just an absolute masterclass performance from him. Tight end. I don't know about tight end. I really don't know. I don't know who to really highlight for tight end here. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Tight end, I don't know. If I have to give it to somebody, and in chat, you guys are going to have to help me out on this. But for tight end, shit, I don't know. Who the hell had a great performance out of the tight end? Who the hell had a... I don't know. I seriously don't know. I don't know who had a good performance. Yeah, I'm actually going to need a lot of help on this for Superstar of the Week for tight ends, because I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. Like... tight end. Who the hell did good on tight end? Oh, Dallas Goedert. Yeah, he's probably gonna win it for me. Yeah, Dallas Goedert's probably gonna win it for me. We'll go Dallas Goedert right now for the Eagles. I thought he was good. I thought he really had a big impact. I thought he was the best tight end this week. Really stepped up, did his job. I think Dallas Goedert gets a superstar this week for the tight ends. I thought he was terrific, and he's the only one that really kept the Eagles really in the game with Devontae Smith being out. So love wise off from Dallas Goedert, and I think he does get the superstar of the week there. Detroit. I'm at defensive players. Like I said, I don't really pay attention of defensive players, but actually, let's do this. Who was the best? Actually, no. Instead of defensive players, we're gonna go defensive team. The superstar of the defensive team. Green Bay. Green Bay is in contention. You could throw Minnesota in there. You could throw Buffalo's defense. Buffalo's defense was fantastic. You can give it to Denver's defense. Denver's defense was really good. But I'm gonna give it to Minnesota. I'm gonna give it to Minnesota. I thought Minnesota was absolutely fantastic. Like, think about it. You're playing against one of the better offensive teams in football in the Houston Texans, and you just took them and just beat the shit out of them until they got a U.S. Bank Stadium. That's basically what you just did. So I think Minnesota definitely gets. I think Minnesota gets the superstar for defensive teams. So there. Okay, honorable mentions. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think, like I said, I think Jaden Daniels for the Commanders. I think he does get an honorable mention. He was absolutely fantastic. He's basically one of the only reasons why they beat Cincinnati in Cincinnati, which is pretty hard to do, if you're asking me, but he was fantastic. I would also like to give a quick honorable mention to Andy Dalton as well, stepping up in this place. And the Commanders really just looked like a completely new, different team. I think that does get. I think Andy Dalton does get an honorable mention for that. For running backs, for wide receivers, I'm gonna go to Jamar Chase as well. Jamar Chase for the Bengals. I thought he was terrific. He made a lot of good plays. He scored touchdowns. He was just doing his thing. Jamar Chase gets an honorable mention for sure. I would also like to give two more honorable mentions to wide receivers. One, I would like to give an honorable mention to Malik Nabers. Malik Nabers of the Giants. He was terrific. I guess Malik Nabers. And I would also like to give credit to let's see, who else can we give it to? I'm gonna give it to Rashee Rice. I think he does get the star. Rashee Rice. Chiefs. Tight end. Running backs. Saquon. Yep, Saquon. Superstar. Saquon. Yep, Saquon Barkley. Eagles. Saquon Barkley from the Eagles. He played his ass off this week. Derrick Henry. From the Ravens. He played well. I think that's it for superstar. So we definitely had a lot of superstar potential players this week. So there you go. There's your superstar of the week. So Josh Allen, Kyren Williams, Jawan Jennings, Dallas Goedert, Minnesota's defense won the superstar of the week, but Jaden Daniels, Andy Dalton, Jamar Chase, Malik Nabers, Rashee Rice, Saquon Barkley, and Derrick Henry gets a starting role. Sounds good? Alright, second award here. Let's get into the starting role. So this award is the people who specifically did not have the best night, but really made a big impact in the game. So once again, I'll repeat that again. So players who did not really have the best performance or the best individual performance, but really made actually no. I want to give one more to the superstar, Sam fucking Darnold. Sam Darnold from the Vikings, man. How the hell did I forget this man? Sam Darnold, man. Holy shit, dude. Sam Darnold going absolutely insane. He definitely does get the superstar of the week. I don't know how I missed him. Okay, now for the starting role, like I said, these are players that did not really have the best night, but really made a big impact in the game. And I'm actually going to start off with Daniel Jones. I know we say he's normally bad, but I think Daniel Jones definitely does at least get the starting role. I thought he played a great game. Let's be honest, I had talked to him. I thought he played a great game. Also another quarterback I'd like to mention is Malik Willis. I thought he played well. I thought he did just enough to get the Packers a dominating win over the Titans. So Malik Willis getting your starting role. Alright, who else deserves to get the starting role? Let's go to the receivers. Let's see. I'm gonna go to Amari Cooper of the Browns. I thought he gets a starting role. I thought he had a really good game. Also, Deontay Johnson. I'm gonna give it to Deontay Johnson as well. Deontay Johnson of the Panthers. I thought he had a fantastic performance as well. Definitely starting role potential. Who else had a really good? Who else had at least a starting role? Oh, Terry McLaurin, definitely Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin of the Commanders. Terry McLaurin, he was this close from actually being of the superstar category. I thought he played well. Also, give Khalil Shakir some credit, man. Give him some credit as well. Like I say, he was another option, a close option for the superstar, Khalil Shakir. But I think he does. Didn't Amari carry him? Yes, but the Browns lost. So I'm not gonna put him as a superstar, but he definitely does get the starting role potential. Marvin Harrison Jr. I think, yeah, I'll give him starting role. Really stepped up and he did his job. Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. of the Cardinals. I also like to get to my own man Tutu Atwell. Tutu Atwell from the Rams. I thought he stepped up, made a lot of great plays. Definitely superstar. Definitely starting role potential there. Besides that, I think that's it. I mean, Christian Kirk actually had a pretty nice night. I'm not gonna give him starter. Actually, no. Actually, yeah, we'll do it. And Chad, let me know if I'm missing somebody I should highlight here. With Christian Kirk from the Jags, I'm just gonna put Jags. I thought he had a good night for the starting role award. All right, so running backs, David Montgomery. Oh, sorry, I forgot to do that. Okay. I could throw Gibbs in there too. I can easily throw Jahmyr Gibbs in there as well. Jahmyr Gibbs. He spelled his name wrong. Jahmyr Gibbs. I'd like to give him some credit too. He played well as well. His performance was pretty good. Jahmyr Gibbs. All right, who else gets a starting role? Oh, Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler does get the starting role this week. I thought he played well. Austin Eckler from the Commanders definitely gets the starting role award. I thought he played well. Let's see who else gets the starting role. I guess, yeah, we're going to throw Jordan Mason there. I mean, Jordan Mason, he did make a big impact in the first half with his, he did make a big impact in the first half with his legs. So I'll give credit to him. Oh, wow. Jordan Mason from the Niners. I'd like to give this man some credit as well. Tight end, I can't really think of anybody, but I can't really think about anybody for the tight end position, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. So yeah. So there you go. There's the starting role. I could put some defenses in here, but I'm not going to. So I have Daniel Jones, Blake Willis, Amari Cooper, Deontay Johnson, Terry McLaurin, Khalil Shakir, Martin Harrison Jr., Tutu Atwell, Christian Kirk, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Austin Eckler, and Jordan Mason. That is your star in your role. Alright, everybody, let's get into everybody's favorite segment, the Master Lock. If you guys don't know what Master Lock still means, when we take a look at Master Locking, we take a look at what was the most absolute annoying thing from this week. Fire it off in the chat. If you guys already know, well, you guys should already know. You guys should already know who we are Master Locking here first, because we do it every single show up to this point. Alright, so let me make sure that we're good. Okay, cool. Alright, so chat, what are we master locking from this week? What was the most annoying thing do you guys think what happened this week? What was the most annoying thing? What was the most annoying thing from this week? And I think there's actually a pretty solid couple of options here. So what was the master lock? What's the master lock of the night? Read the chat. Yep, there you go. Yeller has got it. Master lock to Kansas City Chiefs. Master lock the Chiefs. We master lock the Chiefs every single show. And Taylor Swift. We master lock her every show as well. Taylor Swift and the Kansas City Chiefs always gets master locked. Every single show. You know why? Because they're always annoying. Alright. Appreciate Yeller for getting into our master lock. Chiefs, Taylor Swift always be getting the master lock. Alright, guys. What else are we master locking? What was the most annoying thing from this game? Or from this week? What was the most annoying thing? So I'm gonna go ahead and dive through the chat here. Niners, Rams. I don't really have anything to master lock from that game. Neither is Chargers, Steelers. I'm gonna master lock the Houston Texans. I'm gonna master lock the Texans because I don't think we really expect that performance. I'm gonna master lock the Buccaneers too. I'm gonna master lock the Buccaneers. When I'm talking about the Buccaneers, or I'm talking about the whole team. Master lock the whole team. Alright, what else should we master lock from this game? Let's see. What was the most annoying thing? Let me go. We have, let's see, master lock the Panthers versus the Raiders game. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Master lock the Panthers versus Raiders game. Yeah, Yeah, we can master lock that. Master lock the Panthers versus the Raiders game. Master lock the Browns offense. Master lock the Browns offense. Okay, that's fair. Master lock the Browns offense. Also, I'm gonna go master. Master lock. Alright, chat, what else do you want to master lock? Alright, just going on IG live. I'm going live on IG for a minute just in case we have any IG chats here. Because this is everybody's favorite segment. Alright, chat, what else do you want to master lock? What was the most annoying thing from this week? What else do you guys want to master lock? There's a lot of things that you want to master lock. Master lock the Titans offense. Master lock the Titans offense. So guys, let me guys know what was the most annoying thing from week 3. Because if you're on the YouTube chat, I'm currently live right now on YouTube, and we're doing everybody's favorite segment. What was the most annoying thing from week 3? That's what master locking means. What was the most annoying thing? Either chat, you can drop it off in the comments below. What was the most annoying thing from week 3? Okay, so we have. All right, so what we got? We have the Chiefs, Taylor Swift, Houston Texans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Panthers versus Raiders game, Browns offense, and Titans offense right now as our main master lock. Master lock the Raiders defense. Oh yeah, yes. Master lock the Raiders defense. Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. Raiders defense was horrendous in this game. I'm glad you said that. Here we go. Master lock the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Master lock the Jags. Jaguars getting the master lock. I mean, they deserve it. They have all this talent right now. They're not using it. I mean, that's pretty fair. Okay, both chats. What else are we master locking from this week? What are we master locking? We still have the power rankings to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to go. We still have the power rankings to go, but. What else are we deserving to master lock here? What was annoying to you guys? What was annoying? I think that's it. I think that's everything that we need to master lock from this game, from this week. So see, is there anything else that we need to master lock? Most annoying thing was Aaron making excuses for the Bucs to lose. Yeah, like I said, we master locked Miami's offense. Yeah, we can master lock the Dolphins offense. Master lock the Dolphins offense. Alright, chat, what else are we master locking? Master lock the Ravens fourth quarter. Yeah, because the Ravens master lock the Ravens fourth quarter. Are you talking about? Yeah, master lock the whole Ravens fourth quarter. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's a good master lock. Especially when it sounded like you guys had your sounds like you guys had the game Jules. Especially when they think they had the game away, and okay, that's a fair master lock. Master lock the officials. Okay, we're master locking the officials. Okay, I gotta make this a little bit smaller here because we actually. I mean, this is fair. I mean, we have a whole bunch of shit to master lock this week. Alright, what else are we master locking? Do we have anything else do you guys want to master lock? Because I think I'm out of ideas. So, if you guys have anything else, is there anything else that you guys want to master lock? Before we move on to the power rankings? Game by game. I don't think there's Wait, we can't master lock players, can we? Because if you do, I would definitely master lock Mark Andrews because he scored nothing on my fantasy team. Oh, I forgot about that. Master lock fantasy. Master lock fantasy / we're gonna put Mark Andrews in there as well because Mark Andrews, he literally scored nothing this week. Master lock fantasy / Mark Andrews. I mean, that's fair. Any people who had Mark Andrews, he scored absolutely nothing for you. So yeah, that's a fair master lock. Alright, what else are we master locking? Master lock the 49ers blowing a lead. Okay, so we'll call 49ers blown lead, and then we'll put 10 because that's how much it was. Alright, chat, do we want to master lock anything else? Single week. Because they deserve to be master locked every single week. That's just what we do. Alright, is there anything else that we need to master lock? Oh, okay. Oh, wait. How did I forget about this? Master lock the Bengals defense. Or I should say, master lock the Bengals pass defense. Oh my god, that was annoying. That was annoying for sure. Master lock the Bengals pass defense. That shit was annoying. That was annoying. Bengals allowed big play after big play. Yeah, that was annoying. Definitely, that's a fair master lock. Master lock the Bengals pass defense. Yes, that shit was annoying. Okay, anything else that we want to master lock because we have to get into the power rankings. But yeah, master locking the master lock the Raiders defense. Then you guys can master lock the Raiders defense, Panthers versus Raiders game. Master lock the Bengals pass defense, 49ers blown lead. Master lock the officials, Ravens fourth quarter. I think that's all. Fair. Let's see. Is there anything else that we want to master lock? No. Okay, I think that's it. All right. So here is your master lock of the week. We have Kansas City Chiefs. We got Taylor Swift. We have the Texans. We have the Bucks. We have the Panthers versus Raiders game. We have the Browns offense, Titans offense, Raiders defense, Jacksonville Jaguars, Dolphins offense, Ravens fourth quarter, officials, fantasy, especially Mark Andrews, 49ers blown lead, and the Bengals pass defense. Okay, so that's a pretty big list of master locking things. So, alright, without further ado, we are going to quickly go through the last part of the reaction show. And then make sure if you guys are in the Pick'em challenge, make sure you guys let me know your picks by tomorrow. We got to get through the power rankings here. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So the power rankings, let's go ahead and do it, right? Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, so I'm going to put my phone over there because my phone is going to kind of help me out with this. But, okay. Alright. Alright, so now, since that's the grade report, alright, so now let's get into the power rankings. I gotta see how I did this last year because I don't specifically remember how I did this last year. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna go NFL from last season. Well, no, those were just grading reports. Let's do I'm trying to find my videos from last season. No, that's a video from this season. I was trying to find my NFL videos from last year. Okay, so and then we have okay, alright, here we go. So how we did this last year, and I have to put the numbers in here. I need my phone to move. So basically how we did these stuff last year, so it looks like we had 3 places. So we went 29 through 32 here at the rock bottom. 39 to 32. Then we had 28 and 25, and then so forth. So, actually, no, that would be backwards. So 25 through 28. We had 21 and 24. And we'll add a row below, and then we'll do that. And I guess dark green. I probably should have set this up before the stream. 21 through 24. And then we had 17 through 20. And then we had, I'm going to add another row below here. We had, let's see. And here we had 13 through 16. And then we had 9 through 12. And then we had 5 through 8. And then we had 1 through 4. Okay, good. Because I had to make sure I had everything right. Alright, now, without further ado, we can go ahead and get through the last part of the show. Like I said, I do appreciate everybody for coming in. And let's go ahead and start these power rankings, shall we? Alrighty, let's go. So, for right now, who I think the worst team in football is right now is, I didn't think I would have to say this, but I do think it is the Tennessee Titans. Titans, they just haven't been performing well. Just didn't really see anything offensively and defensively from them. Offensive line looks terrible. Offense didn't really get going. They're off to an 0-3 start. Offense doesn't really look good. So, yeah, defense doesn't look that good either. So, I mean, this team has been in competitive games, but the way just 0-3 and how Will Levis is looking right now, they're basically throwing away games. I think that clearly deserves the 32 spot. Next up we got 30. I'm gonna take the Jaguars. 31. Take the Jags. I haven't really seen anything good from the Jacksonville Jaguars these first 3 games. 0-3 out, just got blown out by Buffalo. This team just hasn't really good. Trevor Lawrence is struggling. Offense is struggling. Offense really looks like it can't find any rhythms. Defense was performing good, and defense did perform well in week 1 and week 2, but we haven't saw anything prior to that. So I'll take 30 there for the 31 there for the Jags. 30, I'm gonna take the Carolina Panthers. They did, because the Panthers were really bad in weeks 1 and 2, but they did step up at least a little bit for me to put them in 30 and not make them dead last, because I wasn't gonna rate this team dead last, but the way how this team bounced back last week really puts me up a little bit on them, and let's see if they continue to do that. But right now, 30, I'm going with the Panthers. Not the greatest team out there, but they got some work to do, but they definitely did enough for me to last week to convince them to get them out of that last spot. 29, I'll take the Giants. No hard offense here on the Giants. Giants, they performed well. Defense is actually playing pretty well for the Giants, but their offense was terrible these first 3 weeks, man. Their offense just couldn't find any rhythm. Now, last week they did, but overall, I thought the Giants really struggled these first 3. They won a game, so at least they won a game last week. So overall, I think it's pretty struggling. Especially the first, second game, their offense did not look good at all. But third game, their offense looked pretty productive, and their defense is starting to pick it up too. So, but we'll see. 28, I'll take the Raiders. I don't know how this team. Actually, no. I'll take the Patriots. I'll take the Patriots at 28. Where's the Patriots at? Okay, here we go. 28. I'll take the Patriots. Week 1, very dominant win. Dominant win in Cincinnati. That was pretty impressive. But other than that, the Patriots have just looked like the Patriots. They just look like they've just been doing the same thing over and over again. So 28 goes to the Patriots. Then 27, I'm gonna go with Vegas. Like I said, they pulled off that win. They pulled off that win against Baltimore, so I'll give them a lot of credit to that. But since then, we haven't really seen this team do much. Like offensively, defensively, we haven't seen this team do too much of anything. So overall, 27, I think it's a good place for Vegas. 26. 26. I'm gonna give it to the Browns. Honest. Actually, no. I'm gonna give it to Miami. 26 goes to the Miami Dolphins. Tua, like I said, I kind of explained this last week. Tua's injury, very frustrating for Miami fans. Especially for you Miami fans out there. Definitely frustrating. Yes, I know it's frustrating, but yeah, overall, the Dolphins offense, it just hasn't really looked good enough, especially coming off my Offensive Team of the Year award. Has not looked that great. Defensively, not bad, but I think you guys could do a lot of stuff better. 25, I'm going to give it to the Browns. The Browns defense is basically the only reason why I'm giving them any sorts of credit here. I did not see one thing productive from their offense so far this year. And I know they're sitting at 1-2, but things gotta change over there, man. Like I know they're not performing as bad, but defensively, but offense is just really letting them down right now, and it's severely doing that too. 24, I'll get the Bears. Basically, kind of the same thing. For them, defense is playing their asses off. I love what I've been seeing of their defense here in recent weeks, the first 3 weeks, but offensively, it looks like they just can't get anything going at any time. So therefore, I'll take the Bears at 24. 23, I'll give it to Denver. Now Denver did kind of struggle there before in this game. Their offense looked pretty good that last week, but then Denver just looked like the bottom 5 team. But with the win over the Bucs and the way how their offense really did, I'll give them a lot of credit. What's up, Fancy Dog? Welcome in. 1 like, just subscribe. Appreciate it. Appreciate all support. But Broncos get the 23 position for me. 22, I'll give it to Cincinnati. Now I know Cincinnati is still they're still the better team that we expect here. Cincinnati, they should not be this bad. We know that. But overall, right now, they're just struggling to find momentum right now, and they're 0-3, so they do have to be down there somewhere. But overall, I think Cincinnati's basically been struggling this year. Offense actually looked pretty good. Defense is the thing that concerns me for Cincinnati because they began their ass whooped recently. 21, I'll give it to the Cardinals. I actually like what I'm seeing on the Cardinals recently. Their offense looks effective, fluently. Love what I'm seeing on their offense. Defense could use some work though. But defense could use a small work, not much, because the Cardinals actually do have a pretty good, decent defense. Keep this team together, and then if this team keeps playing the way that they are, yes, they are only at 21 right now, but if this team keeps playing the way that they are, they can possibly move up, man. Cardinals do have an offense that you definitely have to look out for. 20, I'll give it to Atlanta. Not the best start in the world for them. There's definitely a lot of stuff that they have to really make mistakes of, but Falcons 20, I think that's fair. I mean, this team is looking more good, more competitive, more spirit. Actually, matter of fact, we're gonna move Falcons to 19. 20 my decision. 20 is gonna be the Colts. Colts, they're just kind of confusing, man. I mean, ever since then, not too much to say about their offense. Their offense it's not really that good, but it has been consistent. Defense has some work to do. So 20 for the Colts, 19 for the Falcons. Coming in at number 18, I will take the Dallas Cowboys. Even though I hate you guys have been struggling here a little bit. Recently just got your ass whooped, basically, in back-to-back weeks. Not a good sign. And besides that, your offense has not really looked that good since week 1, and your defense, especially pass defense, has been getting killed. 17 here, I'm gonna take my boys on this one. 17. Now I know we just did bounce back. We recently just had a really good performance against the 49ers. We recently just beat the 49ers. But our run defense could use a lot of work, and our pass defense could use some work there too. We allowed a lot of big gains to Arizona, which I do think, but it's unfortunate that, like, the Rams, I think we're a really good team that could go really far away in the postseason, but this team is just dealing with a whole bunch of injuries, and I just don't know how we're going to overcome from it. Good win last week, but we'll see how it turns out. I do have faith in my guys, but for right now, I think they're 17. I think they're just about middle of the pack. 16 here, I'm going to give it to Washington. Washington actually looked pretty good last week against Cincy. Their offense was moving fluently. Now, I know we didn't see that in weeks 1 and 2, But we saw their offense really get into rhythm against the Bengals, and their win basically kind of gave me probably the biggest shootout before even these power rankings did. But let's admit, if Washington didn't perform the way they did, they would probably be down here somewhere. But overall, this team has 2 wins. Washington's not even performing that bad overall to start. 15, I'll give it to the Chargers. They're 2-1. They've been playing all right. Defense has been consistent. Offense has been finding a way to score. Like it's just been decent. It's just been the history of decency for if that makes sense to you guys, for the Los Angeles Chargers. Not nothing too much. Kind of simple. Chargers offense has been all right. Defense is just doing as much as they can. 14, I think I'm gonna give it to the Tampa Bay Bucks here. Definitely did take a hit down after losing to the Broncos. Did take a furious hit down there for Tampa Bay. Like, I had Tampa Bay in my top 5 after what we just saw. But overall, I love this way this team's performing. Defense has been out. The defense live for 2 games before this one's been out of their mind. Offense has been showing up with Baker. Baker's been lining it up this year. We'll see what they do here moving on after that Broncos loss. But Tampa Bay is performing really good prior to that. But like I said, they took a huge hit after losing to the Broncos. 13 here, I'll take the Jets. Did take them, took them a little bit longer to get going with their offense, especially in the first 2 games recently. We just saw them took a long time to get going with their offense, but now since they're going with it, they're in get go. Like they're finding ways to win. Defense has been absolutely fantastic from the Jets. Love what I've been seeing from them. And yeah, so we'll find out what the Jets are up to. But right now they're off to a pretty good start. But let's see if they can keep that efficiency on offense and on the defensive end. 12 here, I'll take the Steelers. I've really been impressed with the Steelers defense recently. I mean I know they're a defensive team. The Steelers always been a defensive team. But you look at this game in general, they're 3-0. They're playing great football. They're playing competitive football, and then you have to do nothing because the Steelers other respect for that. For right now, they get my 12th position. They've been pretty great. 11, I'm going to take the 49ers on this one. Definitely did take a hit after. I mean, this team does have 2 losses, but that's not what the record shows. I do think this team is deadly. They can be nice, especially this team is also dealing with a whole bunch of injuries. Not as much as the Rams, but they're dealing with a whole bunch of injuries. They still have a lot of good playmakers on there. It's just unfortunate they fell in the trap game with Minnesota, and then they fell in the trap game against my Rams. So this team is still very deadly. Like, they still have very key opponents that they can go out there and absolutely kick somebody's ass. But the question is, will they do it? Starting top 10, I'm gonna take Seattle. Right here for my number 10. Teams on fire. 3-0. Defense has been playing out their mind. Offense, not the best offensive ways going on right now with Seattle, but overall, not too bad. Love them, especially defensively, man. Especially defensively. Love what I'm seeing out of them. Out here getting picks, doing their job. It just seems like for Seattle, everybody's doing their job right now. So, even though they are in a division rival to the Rams, which sucks for me to put them in this position, but I have to. You know what I mean? They're playing some decent football, ladies and gentlemen. They are playing some decent football. Coming in at number 9, coming to number 9, I'm gonna take the Saints. Saints offense looked absolutely unbelievable in the first 2 games, but they did take a little hit. If you guys know what I mean, they take a little hit down the ladder. They did take a little hit down the ladder last week after not performing as well as against Philadelphia, but Philadelphia is understandable because overall they're coming off of a tough Philly defense, which I do think Philadelphia defense is eventually going to get good. But overall, not a bad performance here from the Saints overall. Offense has been good. Defense has been playing out their mind. Defense has been great. The defense has been consistent. But we'll see if their offense can wake up again after last week. But overall, Saints are off to a pretty good start. 8. 8, I'll take the Texans, actually. I was thinking about taking the Texans in my top 5, but taking a hit to Minnesota definitely did cool me off here a little bit. I love what I'm seeing out the Texans offense. Well, the Texans offense does need to step up a little bit. I don't think we're watching the 100% Houston Texans offense that we're used to watching. Defense has been playing great though. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that defense. Not that last game though. Besides that, their defense has been just fine. Offense is working what they can, trying to find some consistency with the new rhythm in the offense. I have faith in the Texans are going to be a really good team here moving forward. But the question is, will we see it? Coming in number 7 will be the Green Bay Packers. Their defense has been ridiculous, man. Got out here getting pick sixes, out here forcing a whole bunch of turnovers. Jordan Love, he looked really good during his return back. I love what I'm seeing on the Packer offense now with Malik Willis. If the team continues to play like that, they could be a playoff potential team. We'll find out, but the Packers do look pretty good here to start. Number 6 clocking in, I'll take Baltimore. Baltimore not off to the best start in the world. Losing their first 2 games was definitely stressful, but at least they got the win against Dallas. They looked good while doing it. Their offense does have to get more into it. Their defense has been all right. Like I said, this team is better than this team. Might be 1-2, but right now at the moment, but this team is better than we expected. So right now they're getting my 6th position. Coming in at number 5. I'll take Philadelphia. I'll take the Eagles at 5. Eagles offense is kind of questionable, especially with Jalen Hurts throwing the football a lot. But Saquon's been on the mission. AJ Brown, before he got injured, has been on the mission. Everybody looks like it's just been consistent on the Eagles offense. Like, you know what you're going to get out of the Eagles offense. Defense took a huge hit in week 1, but besides that, they're starting to be more consistent. Give this team like a couple more days, man. Like the Eagles, they're gonna be all right, and Eagles should be 3-0 right now. For being honest, they shouldn't have lost that game to Atlanta. But besides that, this team is rolling on all cylinders, man. I think this team will be all right. Coming in at number 4, we have the Detroit Lions. Offense looks good. Defense is holding their ground, doing their job. I just love what I've been seeing from Detroit Lions recently. Like they're playing good football, all around. Defense is good. Offense is good. Both sides of the ball is consistent. Like you have to be like, if you're a Lions fan, you have to be happy with what you guys been seeing so far, because it's been pretty good. And I know, and you guys should be 3-0 as well, but you guys are 2-1, and you guys are not playing bad football at all. Coming in number 3, we got the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings, they just been out of their minds so far this year, and I know it's early, but come on, they just been out of their minds. Defense is out here kicking the shit out of good teams. Offense is out here probably being one of the most consistent offenses I think that we ever seen. Like, it's just ridiculous, man. From just coming this season, I said Minnesota. I said they're going to finish last place in their division. If you guys don't believe me, you guys can go ahead and check that video right now. But the way how they're playing right now, and just the way how they're just playing football right now, just generally, is just unbelievable. Number 2, I'll take the Bills. It's basically kind of the same story. Offense has been unbelievable. Defense has been holding the ground. Josh Allen looks like a favorite MVP already. I mean, the guy's just been going off. Offense has been unbelievable. Defense has been great, at least for some games. I mean, the Bills. I thought this team was gonna look a little bit different last year on the Lackey side, but never fucking mind. They look like the Buffalo Bills that we all know and love. And then number 1 goes to the reigning, unfortunately, but it goes to the reigning champs. Chiefs. They're the champs. They find ways to win, and they always do. And it's just plain and simple. But that's just what it is. I mean, the Chiefs, they just find ways to win games. Out here, they're the champs, and until they lose, I unfortunately say it, but I don't think you can take the Chiefs out of the number 1 spot. I'm sorry to say it, but that's just the way how it is. And it feels like for the Chiefs, no matter who they have on the roster, they're always going to find ways to win games. That's always been the most annoying thing with the Chiefs. Like, no matter what you do, they're always going to find ways to win. Alright, guys, and that is the power rankings as well. Power rankings, we'll do this again after week 6. We will do this again after then. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of here because I do have practice here coming up here in a few moments here. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys join the Discord as well. This is the number 1 place where you guys can stay connected with the channel. I'll also have streaming schedules where I just posted out earlier today, so make sure you guys go check that out. And All right, guys. I know you can't see me right now, but that's gonna do it for today's video. Like I said, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. And from there, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of here. Appreciate everybody's support. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, everybody, peace out. Stay safe. See you on the next one. Peace out. Alright, I gotta get ready for bed. I gotta practice an hour. 6:23. Is she? Damn, I